Hey you guys, and welcome back to my little channel. So in today's video I'm excited because we're basically resuming my last vlog, because where we left off was I got crumbl cookies. So now I'm finally gonna get to try out the flavors. Okay, so this one here is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup featuring Reese's. And then this one is the Snickerdoodle Cupcake, which honestly, I'm most excited to try that one. Like, that one looks like it's up my alley. And then this one is Confetti. So this one, actually, I've tried a confetti one before, but it was slightly different. It had like pink frosting on top. If that cookie sounds familiar and you feel like you tried it once, then like you kind of will know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it and I'll put it here. But anyways, I feel like it's the same, but this one just doesn't have frosting. So you guys can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm gonna be doing a little story time mukbang moment. So I have a few stories that I'm gonna share with you guys. Meanwhile, I try the new crumbl cookie flavors. Of course, I have the famous crumbl cookie cutter. I'm gonna cut them up first. Honestly, I'm really excited to try the Snickerdoodle one. Like, that one looks like right up my alley. Okay, one thing that I learned when it comes to crumbl cookie is you have to get there early, and probably like at the beginning of the week. I don't know if they do a batch like for the week, or if like every day they have new batches. I don't really know how that works, but anyways, I need to start going to crumbl cookie like early in the day or early in the week, because every time I go, a flavor that I'm like anticipating or wanting to try, I go and it's sold out. Like today there was this one, the berry cupcake, I don't even know, it was like berry cupcake truffle type of thing, but except it wasn't a cookie, it was like in a cup. It was like different. It almost reminded me of like Entenmann's. And even my dad was like, oh, if you go to crumbl cookie, like get this one for me. And I was like, okay, bet. And I went and it was sold out, along with the other sugar cookie that I saw. It was like sugar cookie with blue frosting and like shark gummies on top of it. And okay, it didn't look the most appetizing, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just wanted to try it out of curiosity because it looked like interesting. Okay, but anyways, let me get to it. Also, I have my little glass of milk here. Honestly, I'm gonna put some ice in my milk. Let me know if you guys put ice in your milk. I know some people think it's weird to put ice in your milk, but I kind of like it. I don't know why, that's just me. All right, we have our little lechita here. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be sharing story times of when I remember having a lot of anxiety. Okay, so actually I do have technically 3 stories that I want to share with you guys where I remember my anxiety vividly. So the first one happened kind of recent, not too recent, but maybe like in the last few months or so. One of them happened when I was like in middle school, like early middle school. And then another one happened when I had just finish like pandemic time, you know. So let's start with the most recent one, guys. So a recent time where my anxiety spiked up was when I was in the emergency room, the ER, and it was honestly kind of embarrassing. Okay, I have issues with acid reflux, especially when I get like stressed or just I don't know, my body kind of has like little arrows. Like it comes and it goes, you know. Like sometimes I'll be doing just fine and I'll be eating like acidic foods, you know, like lemons and like tomato sauce, hot sauce and things like that would normally aggravate it, but like I'll be just fine. And then out of nowhere, when I have like, if I'm like a little stressed, then that's when it spikes up the most. I feel like it's not even like when I eat like bad, it's just like my stress aggravates it. I mean, during that time the food obviously doesn't help. But anyways, okay, so I had went to the emergency room because my acid reflux was getting too bad. Like I was having like a lot of stomach pain, like to the point where I was like hunched over for like a little while, and I was like, okay girl, like this is not doing it. And then also too, like I could feel like my esophagus like inflamed. Like I don't know how I could feel that, but I just did, and that was one of the side effects of acid reflux. Okay guys, before I continue with that little story, let's take a bite of our crumbl cookie. Okay, I had to try this one first. Okay, I might still cut it afterwards, but I just want to be the first one to like bite into it, you know. Yeah. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, you know, you guys, little side note, but I think the reason why I love this one too is because it reminds me of fall. And you guys, fall is around the corner. Like, I'm gonna be outside with my pumpkin spice frap and everything. Oh, I cannot wait. Okay, the thing is, I love summer. Oh, me ruining it. I love summer.
I'm in love with summer. I hate summer. I love her smile. I hate her crooked teeth. I love her hair. I hate her 1960s haircut. I love her knees. I hate her knobby knees. I love this heart-shaped birthmark.
I really do. Like, if I'm around water and, you know, we're having like family gatherings and barbecues and we're in the pool, we're in the beach, we're going on vacation, summer's amazing. Summer's like number one. But if you're at home, summer sucks. And let me tell you why. Because it's so hot. It's so hot. It's like ridiculous. Like, just me like sitting right here, like I could already feel my face like melting. But anyways, let's get on with it. This tastes like fall. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I could eat all of that right now. Give me 14 of these.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
And that's like cream cheese frosting. That's so good. I can't. I know there's some people that hate on crumble cookie, but I don't care. I love it. Let me continue with the story. So basically, I had went to the ER, right? Because I was just like in a lot of pain and I was just like, this is not it. I want them to give me medication because I just do not want to live like this. Now I'm all dramatic, but I was just like up to here with it, you know? And it was like, girl, and my dad didn't even know I left. That's a whole different story. Okay, so I had told my mom, like, it was like I think around like 2 in the morning, I had told my mom, like, I'm feeling like really bad, like I want to go to the ER. And she was like, okay. So she took me and it was just me and her, and my dad was sleeping and we didn't wake him because he had work the next day and he had to wake up really early. So I just didn't think to like wake him up, you know? And he slept through the whole thing, and usually he's a light sleeper too, so I don't know how he slept through all of that. But anyways, I went to the ER and then they were just like checking me and everything. And girl, oh my gosh, side note, I felt like I would, what's that one show with the doctors? Grey's Anatomy? Okay, girl, low key. Okay, so the doctor that was helping me, girl, I felt like I was in Grey's Anatomy when he walked into my room. Cause girl, he was so cute. It was giving, what's his name, McDreamy? I'm like, it was giving McDreamy, girl. When I tell you it was giving McDreamy, like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, girl, and like I give my mom the look, cause girl, she knows the look. I was like, girl, well, now I am feeling a little better. No, but okay, so this is what happened. Let me move on with the story. He was really me getting all giddy just thinking about that. Okay, so now he was really helpful though, like on a real note. And anyways, so there was another guy though there who was the nurse who was helping me, and he was like, oh, to help like with the inflammation and to help like with the pain and all of that, here is some, I don't know exactly what liquid they gave me to drink, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to say the wrong one, because honestly I'm not sure, I kind of forgot. But anyways, they gave me this like chalky liquid. Maybe one of you guys will know what I'm talking about, but they gave me this chalky liquid which basically like numbs me. Okay, so another side note, I have a phobia of swallowing pills. Swallowing pills, I'm getting better now, but there's times where if I feel like a pill is too big, like I literally for the life of me cannot take it. Like, it's so bad. Like, if you like lived with me and you saw how much, like how big of a deal that I make it and how dramatic I am, like, you're like, girl, be so for real right now. Okay, so anyway, but also too, I did choke on ice when I was little, so I don't know if maybe like that's the connection. Maybe that's why I am the way that I am now. But anyways, so they gave me that chalky drink that numbs me. They gave that to me and I drank it. And right after I drank it, along with that drink, they also gave me a pill. And it was like a decent sized pill. I don't know what it was. I think it might have been like ibuprofen. Girl, something over the counter. Like, it was not that deep. It was not that serious. Like, I could take that now. Like, okay, like, I do have to like kind of prepare myself a little bit. Like, maybe like, okay, you know, like a little 1-2 breather. And then I could take it, you know, when it comes to like smaller pills like that, like over the counter, small ones, you know. But because I couldn't feel anything, because that numbs you, I started panicking. Like, I legit started panicking and having like a whole anxiety, like a panic attack, a hybrid of an anxiety and panic attack. Because you guys, like, I honestly, they were telling me, okay, like, just like chug it and drink the pill with it. But I was like, I literally feel like I'm gonna like choke on this. Like, I literally feel like how am I gonna swallow this? I can't feel anything. So combine that fear with like not being able to like feel anything. It was just not it. Okay, so then I was like, I have to do it. I was like, girl, I just have to do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have to do it. And I legit was like, so like, I was legit fearing my life. And this is how bad it got. This is where things took a little turn. Okay, so basically I was there laying down on the I was on the bed, but I was like sitting up a little bit, and then out of nowhere my body starts literally like shaking uncontrollably. Like, I'm like I don't know how to reenact it. I look so ugly doing that, but like I was like literally like shaking. Like my legs were literally like this. Like, I was shaking so bad. And okay, I was connected to a heart monitor, so my heart monitor started like, you know, going like beep, 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 like it went up like a lot. And so another nurse came in the room, and then he told, or no, it was she, and she told the nurse that was with me, like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on here? Like, she like thought something was wrong, because, you know, the heart monitor, like, you could, it's obviously loud, like everybody can hear it. And he was like, no, like, she's fine, like, she's just having like a panic attack. I don't know if he said a panic attack or anxiety attack, but one of the two. He was like, she's just like freaking out because she has phobia of taking pills. And she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, girl, that's so embarrassing. People are probably over here thinking like I'm hella struggling, but in reality I'm just being dramatic over a pill. Like, girl. But anyways, I ended up taking it, and I didn't. So, you know, I'm still here and I'm still thriving, and I did it. So period, that's all that matters. But anyways, that was kind of embarrassing, because I was like, girl. But when I tell you, I was literally shaking uncontrollably. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this, because I know people with like severe problems with anxiety and like panic attacks and all that, like they literally, like, they legit start to shake. And the nurse that was with me, because I literally couldn't control it. Like, when I tell you I couldn't control my shaking, like, I was literally like, I would try to stay still, like, and for the life of me, like, I couldn't. That was just like my, I don't know, like, I was just kind of like, I wasn't in control of my body. I know that sounds dramatic and like, girl, but like, actually, like, I just couldn't control the shaking. It just like happened. And it took a little while for me to calm down. But he's just saying, so the nurse with me was just like, oh, it's okay, like, I understand, like, you know, sometimes that's just like when your body wants to reject something like really badly, and it goes into panic mode and it doesn't know what else to do, so like you start shaking. And after that I was like prescribed some medicine, and then they found another little complication with me, so it might have been like a few little stuff combined together, but I'm here and I'm thriving now, so it's fine. This was already like a little while ago, so I'm good. So yeah, that was story number 1 of one of my most memorable like anxiety panic attacks, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so before I move on to story number 2, let's try another cookie. Okay, I want to try the chocolate one. I want to try this one, I forgot what it's called. It's the chocolate chunk or whatever, like a chocolate chip cookie. I feel like you cannot go wrong with that, and it looks really good. Like, I love a good, nice, thick cookie. Anyways, I love a good, nice, thick little chocolate chip cookie. Like, it's so good. Okay. It's like an elevated chocolate chip cookie, basically. Oh, I must drop that. So far, the first two cookies are 10 out of 10. Okay, guys, so story number 2. I guess we'll go from most recent to least recent. So actually, if you've followed me for some time now, then you guys have heard this story. So this was back when, like, this was maybe like, I want to say like maybe 2021 or something like that. It was kind of like right after the pandemic, like right after everybody started going out, basically, like right when everybody started going out again, after quarantine. And basically, I didn't eat anything. Mind you, I already have problems with anxiety and I'm caffeine sensitive. That's the sucky part. Like, I like coffee, but the thing is, I'm very caffeine sensitive when it comes to it. So I try to just make my coffee at home because I feel like I can control it more. Because if I go somewhere and I just get like an iced coffee, like, it most likely is too strong for me. So for this story, I was going out with my friends, and basically I was going out with my friends and I didn't eat anything, but we had went to Starbucks that day. So first thing in the morning, I think it was the morning. Anyways, first thing when they picked me up, we had went to go get Starbucks. And when we went to go get Starbucks, I remember they got some type of iced coffee, and I don't know why, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to be one of the girlies too, like I want to get an iced coffee. And I don't know why, but that day it looked good, and then both of my friends were getting it, and I was like, okay, like, well, I want to get it too, you know. I just wanted to like try it out. Girl, me not having common sense, girl, how are you gonna be caffeine sensitive? You haven't eaten. And to top it all off, I didn't get a tall, I didn't get a grande, I got a venti iced coffee. Okay, so we had went to, girl, I don't know why I did that, but we had went to a pier. I forgot which pier, to be honest, because it's already like, it's been a minute ago. We had went to like a pier, and there was like it was kind of crowded because this was like when everybody started going back outside, and I just was so scared to catch COVID. Like, I was like, I'm literally gonna catch COVID, like this is it, this is how I go, like, girl. Yeah, so mix that with the venti iced coffee that I had, it just wasn't a good combination. And I remember sitting outside of a restaurant, and I remember clearly we were ordering a pizza from this nice like restaurant, and I literally told my friends, like, let's get it to go. Like, I can't, like, I didn't know, like, I literally felt like my heart was about to pop out of my chest. I felt like I was gonna like throw up and pass out at the same time. Like, I don't know what was gonna happen to my body, but I was just like not feeling it. Like, I was like, this is not normal, like this is it, like this is how I go. Once again, maybe being dramatic, but sometimes like your body just feels a certain way and you just can't control it in the moment, like, unfortunately. I remember like leaving, and like my heart, like I told my friends, like, feel my heart, and like they were like, oh girl, it's practically popping out of your chest. I had left, and like I was fine afterwards, you know, like, of course, like, girl, I'm still here. But in the moment though, it was scary because I was like, I had never felt like that before, honestly. Like, I've had coffee before, and like it's giving me like little anxiety, like the little shakes or whatever, not the shakes that I've had like before, but like a little, like, you know, but like just a tad bit anxious. But the way that I was feeling was like just different, and it was just like more intense. And I think also too because it was like the first time me going out after like quarantine and all that, so I think everything was just a bad mixture. So yeah, that's pretty much story number 2. Okay guys, so let me try Reese's Pieces. Okay. Ooh, she's thick. She is thick. Oh, I should have showed you guys all close up like that with all of them. Let me do that. This was the little snickerdoodle one. Wait. I'm trying not to like touch the frosting, but it's kind of hard. And then this was the chocolate chunk one. Let me give you guys a new slice. I'm not sure if I'll like this one that much because I'm not really, I like Reese's Pieces, but I don't know, I feel like I could only have so much of like peanut butter. It's not bad. It's pretty good if you like peanut butter, or if you're like big on peanut butter. It's pretty good. I like it. It's good. It's not my favorite one, but it's good. I would give it like an 8. The last story that I have for you guys is one that happened when I was like in early 6th grade. I was pretty young actually. This one was scary. This one, let me tell you, this was another time, girl, this is where my anxiety started, okay? Whew. So at the time when I was in middle school, after school I would walk, not home, but I would walk to my cousin's house because they lived closest to the middle school that I went to at the time. So that day I was at my cousin's house, and they used to live in an apartment. So, you know, like usually in an apartment they have like certain rules, you know, things that you can't do. Okay, so I remember, honestly, I'm not even sure if I was like alone that day because I just remember it being me. Like I don't remember like my cousins being there with me, or maybe they were, I don't know, but it's kind of like, that part is a little vague. But I was riding my cousin's scooter. So let me paint the picture for you guys. There's like, okay, so there's a gate where you enter, and then there's like a long and then right away like there's like apartments there, but like you have to like, their apartment was like all the way towards the back, so it's just like this like long driveway, you know. So it was like perfect for me to ride my scooter like back and forth. I borrowed my cousin's scooter that day and I was riding it back and forth, and then I was just like minding my business, and girl, okay, so I was minding my business and I see, mind you, I'm like in 6th grade, okay? I'm a little girl, mind you. Okay, so I'm riding my scooter, minding my business, and I see a man, a grown man, go like this to me. I can't make that up. The way that my heart sank to the floor, to the tip of my toes. Like, I was like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. This is the end. I'm never gonna see my family again. There's gonna be missing posters for me everywhere. Like, I'm gonna be on milk cartons. Like, that's it, you know? I'm me always thinking that's it, but then I'm still here thriving though. But anyways, no, I really, girl, when I tell you my heart sank to my ass, it really did. It really did. So, okay, anyways, side note, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that to a little girl, especially. Like, that is the most scariest thing that you could ever do as a grown man to a little girl or a child in general. Like immediately stranger danger. Like, my mom warned me about you. Like, the only thing missing is the white van. Moving forward, I was like, oh, that's it, so he like starts walking towards me, and I was like ain't no way this is happening right now. So I remember at that time there was a male lady. Okay, so remember how I told you it's like a long driveway? Okay, well, like you could go, there's like, you could walk through the driveway, but then like you could go like inside, like through the apartments, and then there was like an area where it was like open, and it was where all the mailboxes were. So I right away go where the mailboxes are because I was like, thank God I saw that lady, because I was like, oh my gosh, she could save me. So I right away, girl, I was practically grabbing this lady. Like, when I tell you, I was all up in her. Like, you know how we have like a space bubble, right? I was invading that space bubble. Like, I was holding on for her I was practically holding on to her for dear life. So this man starts walking up to me, and I literally go like this to the lady, like, okay, like this is her shoulder, and I'm like this, like grabbing onto her, like, girl, so I like grab onto that lady for dear life, which actually is pretty smart of me, because like at least like I found somebody. Like I feel like it would have been even worse if I was like alone, because I would have started panicking like even more, because it's like, you know. So thank God that I saw that lady, and I like practically was holding on to her for dear life, and she was putting on her mail, and she just kind of looks at me like, girl. And oh no, she doesn't look at me like that, but she's just kind of like, you know, like caught off guard a little bit. And then he's like, you can't be riding your scooter around here. And I'm like, well, you could have just told me that. Like, you didn't have to and walk up to me the way that you approached me. Like, that was so scary. Like, and I was like, you could have just been like, excuse me, young lady, yeah, can you not ride your scooter around here? But the way that he was just approaching me, number one, it was like, it was giving creepy, it was giving kidnapper, it was giving like scary, you know. Nothing ended up happening, obviously. It was fine. I think he was like the manager there or something. I don't know, honestly. He might have been like the building manager. I don't know who he was, to be honest, but I just remember that really clearly. And I just remember that's a time where I had like, my anxiety was like, no, I wasn't even anxiety, like I was in full on panic. I was like in panic mode. I was in like survival mode. Like I was like, oh, like that was a time where like I really got creeped out, and like I really got like scared, because just the way that he approached me, like, you don't do that, sir. Like, if anything, like, just say it from a distance, be like, excuse me, now you're scooter around here, thank you, and that's it. And I would have been like, oh, okay. But then when he told me that, I was like, oh, okay. But also too, he said it in a mean way. He was like, you can't be riding your scooter around here. Like, oh, I'm just a child, sir. Like, let's bring it down 2 notches. Anyway, so that is basically the end of my story times where I had a memorable severe panic and anxiety attacks. To finish off this little mukbang, let's try the last one, the confetti, because since it's the end, I feel like at the end of everything there always has to be like confetti, so I feel like that was perfect to end it off with. She's colorful. She kind of looks a little bit like a pan dulce. Alright guys, so that was the end of my story time mukbang, and let me know also if there's anything that you guys want to see me try for a mukbang. And thank you so much if you made it this far, and please don't forget to subscribe, because if you subscribe, then I will keep you in my corazoncito forever. And also just help my little channel out. Subscribe, comment, like, share, all of that, and I would really appreciate it. Anyways, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Kisses.